You are listening to So Much More, a women's health and wellbeing program. In the studio with me, I have got Jamie Lea, and we are talking about her life. So why Shepparton? Why stay in Shepparton? What is it about Shepparton that keeps you here?
You know, I get asked that all the time and I don't understand. Like, why not? You know, I love it here. I really do. And maybe I'm a little bit guilty of that big fish, small pond, but I like that people know who I am, and I like that I get to sing at carols by candlelight, and I like that I'm nominated for Australian of the Year. And
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. It's very humbling. It's an honour. But, you know, I like that my child's going to grow up. Like, I'm nearly crying thinking about it, because it's stuff that I didn't get, like moving around so much and living in different places. I don't have a friend from the age of 2, but my daughter is out there right now playing with one of my best friend's kids from high school. And that, even that.
That's getting teary-eyed here.
I know it sounds really lame to cry about something like that, but, you know, I know people from like grade 6 primary school when I went to Catamount Primary, and I know people from Cobram Secondary College when I was there, but, like, you know, we don't hang out. It's not that kind of friendship. My bestest friend, my oldest friend in the whole wide world, was from when I was 14 at Shep High. And, you know, now it's really special to me that Dempsey gets to grow up with her best friends, or my best friend's children. And yeah, it may sound like a really, really trivial thing, but it's not, because, you know, Dempsey's currently in childcare in family daycare, and she's with one of my best friend's sons, her sister's son, and another radio friend's daughter. We've all known each other for about 15 years, and now our children are going to daycare together, and that just completely, it blows my mind. You know,
that is beautiful.
It's really beautiful, and again it brings back to that whole village mentality. And, you know, if I could afford it, I'd live at the beach, or I'd live somewhere warmer. But also, I'm kind of not that selfish. And that's not me calling anyone else selfish. That's me saying that about myself, in the respect that I want Dempsey to be able to grow up with those memories and being able to walk down the street and say, oh, there's my auntie, and there's my uncle, and there's my cousin. None of which are blood, but they are to me, and they will be to her. And I, as I said, like, I don't really have any blood family, but I've made my own family. And so now I can walk down the street and be like, hey, Mum, hey, Dad, hey, you know, hey, sis, whatever, you know, and feel like I have a connection to this place. And why Shep? It's a bloody good place to live. I don't care what anyone says. I think the entire world's screwed, to be honest. And I think even if I move somewhere warmer, or even if I move to the beach, somebody would still steal my plants out the front, or
yes,
you know, or I'd still get broken into, or I'd still get my car broken into, or, you know, like, I really don't feel like. Also, I respect and understand that people are sometimes closed-minded when it comes to this town, because this is where they've lived their whole lives, or this is where they care about. So the issues to them are like giant mountains. But if you look at the whole world, my plants getting stolen from out the front when there's Syrian refugees dying is really not that big of a deal. So when you put it into perspective, it's like, all right, well, maybe somebody just needed my beautiful, expensive plants that I bought for my birthday more than I did. Go back 15 years, at least I have somewhere to sleep, and I have a house to call my own. I have a great husband and a beautiful child. And, you know, I think that's probably something my parents lacked, was that empathy, but also that gratitude. Goodness me, like, no gratitude at all. Just take, and couldn't actually look in their own backyard and go, wow, we're so lucky to be alive.
What are you most thankful for, just speaking about gratitude?
Wow, so much. As I said, I try and practice gratitude every day, but I guess I'm most grateful for love in my life, and beautiful family, and that I get to do what I love. You know, there's so many people that are in jobs they don't like, or in relationships they don't like, and I'm not, like, and it could have been so different for me. And I know that I had a choice around the age of, 15, and I could have gone left and I could have gone right. I went right, and sometimes I took a detour, and sometimes I went, a couple of potholes and U-turns and all that kind of stuff. But I've tried my hardest to make people proud, and I've tried really hard to make other people happy and to show them that their time and their effort and their energy was actually worth it. And that pressure, and I'll call it pressure, and that guilt, I guess, made me a bit more resilient and made me try harder. And I think people say that too. They're like, why do you do so much? Why? And I'm like, no, I owe this town, and I'm never going to not owe this town as well. Some people say, you've done enough. That'll do. Focus on your family. And I'm like, well, I get that. I do. But focusing on my town and focusing on my community and focusing on my career is me caring about my family. If I didn't keep myself happy by doing what makes me happy and contributing, then I would be unhappy, which would then result in not looking after my family.
What would you say is your greatest achievement so far?
Oh, my daughter, definitely. And I answered that so quickly because I never really thought, well, I was told for a long time that I couldn't have children, which I was totally fine with. Just wanted to go travelling, really. Met my husband who's from Scotland and just wanted to keep travelling. But we accidentally got pregnant. Well, I'll call it an accident.
Unplanned.
Yeah, unplanned. It's a miracle. It was a miracle. And, we sat there for a bit and went, wow, are we gonna go through with this? Because, it was 2016 and we do have a right to a choice and we can make that decision, whether it be financial or whatever, you know what I mean? Like all those things come into it and you go, right, am I capable of being a parent? And I think caring so much is a good sign. Not just being like, oh, sick, I'm pregnant, let's just do it. No. It was like, it took us weeks to go, do we have enough money? Are we stable enough? We pretty much bought a house when we never intended to within like 12 months. And we're really lucky that we could do that. But, we sacrificed traveling and our jobs and things like that. And my husband's he's quite active and like physically, like, exercise and that kind of stuff. And so, we've sacrificed stuff to make sure that we can be present for our child. And we're planning on having another child this year, if it works a second time around. And that's one of the reasons why we actually went ahead with having Dempsey was we didn't know if I could get pregnant again. If your lady bits don't work in the first place, how do you know it's going to happen again? Yeah. So that was a big reason why we went through with it. And she certainly is my greatest achievement because I didn't think I could do it. And even now, I don't care what anybody says, having a child is the hardest thing and it sucks so much. Like, it's great being a parent, but there are so many parts of it that really suck. And I think in this day and age, and I'd hope the listeners don't judge me, but sometimes I hate it. I really hate it. I just want to have a shower on my own, or I just want to go to the toilet, or I just want to sleep in.
Yes, toilet on your own.
Yeah, yes. And I just want to sleep in, or I just want to go out with my friends one night, or I just want to go to the cinema with my husband and not pay for a babysitter. And, things like that, kind of wear you down. But then she's at that age now where she jumps into bed in the morning and she goes, I love you, Mummy. I love you, Daddy. Aww. And it's so beautiful and it fills my heart. But you know what? More than anything, it's the love I see between my husband and my daughter.
Yeah, that, when you can see that is just amazing.
Completely blows my mind. I didn't know, and honestly, I thought I loved my husband before we had a child, but him being a father has just completely changed the chemistry, the chemicals, whatever it is, it's just completely changed it. And I found a whole new respect for him. And I've also, we know each other so much better than ever before, which I think we would have been fine not having children. But I mean, I can understand now what the point and purpose is of actually being a human is to feel that extra love, to feel the difference in your heart and your soul, and to care about something so much more than you care about yourself. Yeah.
Let's take another break and we'll come back after this.